Functions f and g are defined such that f of x is the square root of x minus 3 and g of x is x over x minus 2. Determine g of f of x. So first of all we go into f and then we go into g. So if we start with x here, what comes out is the square root of x minus 3, and then into g we'll get root of x minus 3 over root x minus 3 take away 2. So we can write that here, root x minus 3 over root x minus 3 take away 2. Now we want to determine the domain for that function. Well, first of all, we know that x has to be greater than or equal to 3. That's so that we get a non-negative here. Now that's fine if x is 3 and we get 0 because we've got 0 take away 2, so that's absolutely fine to have on the bottom. But what we can't have is the square root of x minus 3 being equal to 2. Meaning that x minus 3 is equal to 4, because that would give us a 0 on the bottom. So we can't have x is 7. So we are going to have real values such that x is greater than or equal to 3, but not equal to 7. Given that the inverse of f is x squared plus 3, is it true that the inverse of negative 1 is equal to 4? We're just talking about this function here. And if we look at that function, we know that the domain is x is greater than or equal to 3. And we know what that square root graph looks like. So it's going to look like this. So the range is y is greater than or equal to 0. So this becomes the domain for the inverse, or at least when you change it to x, because the range of the original function is the same as the domain for the inverse. So no, negative 1 is not in the domain of the inverse function.